How's that? Oh, we're not here yet. Okay, here we go. Hang on. Hey, here we go. There we go. I can't decide if I am this guy or the guy from the Muppets. Okay, let me just shut this off here and hit that, and we're back. Yay, we're all back. So, I'm so happy for you guys. Your anniversary and Ron being a Canadian. Yes, it was Raph and Ron's anniversary this week, folks. Congratulations. And welcome to Canada, Ron. I know you've been in Canada for a long time, but officially welcome. Hi, 1927. Working again, but I have a few minutes to tune in. Well, that's wonderful. Now I'm good? Okay, thank you. All righty. Yay! Hey, Celeste! So, Howie went back to work today. His throat is still a little sore, but he's past being contagious. It's been 10 days. So he went to work this morning. I got up and I made him buttermilk pancakes with real Quebec maple syrup. Made his tuna fish sandwiches. And I have a way of making tuna sandwiches that is so much easier that I love making him tuna for lunch. Because I have these not Rubbermaid. The Glad, the little containers. You've got your Buster Poundexter hair on today. Well, this is what happens when it starts to grow out. Oh, that looks better, doesn't it? There we go. Let's see. There. Gonna have to shave my head again. No, I'm letting my hair grow back out. Well, why did you say he was a Canadian today? I just checked my mail. Thank you, Bev, for the card. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome. That's how vanilla flavor is sold in stores in Germany. Little packages of vanilla sugar. Homemade is cheaper and better. Oh, that reminds me. Okay. This is another homemade gift from the heart. And I did it from the cart. And I did it a couple of years back when I did all those like hot chocolates and flavored coffees in a jar. Remember you could get those in a tin, and they were national grocer or international flavored coffees, and they would come out in a tin at Christmas time, and they were instant. I made a bunch of those one year. And I also made homemade hot chocolate, and I made vanilla sugar. And what I did is I took 1 cup of sugar and I opened up vanilla bean pods. Thank you, Noreen, from Noreen's Kitchen. She sent me a whole bag of them one year. And I would scrape all the vanilla bean stuff out into the sugar, and I mixed it. I used about 2 or 3 vanilla beans in a cup of sugar. And then I took the nicest size of the pods. Sometimes they break. And I stuck them down in. Once they were scraped clean, I stuck the pods down in the sugar. And I gave it to Arthur and Mel as part of one of their Christmas gifts. And then about a month after Christmas, Arthur phones me. And he goes, "Wow, Mom, that vanilla sugar is really good." And I said, I said, "Well, it's the first time you tried it." He said, "I forgot I had it." And he said, "And we were out of sugar and I wanted a cup of tea or whatever it was." And he said, "And I used that." And he said, "I didn't expect the pow of flavor." He said, "It was bloody delicious." So I meant to make some for them this year and I didn't. So just stick the open vanilla bean in the tin with 2 pounds of sugar and it's so good. What's Russian tea? I've heard about this. Isn't it with tang and stuff? I didn't say he was a Canadian today. I was just telling Granny that hubby was a second-generation Polish American, and now he's Canadian. Well, that's just my problem for not looking. What just fell down there? for not looking at the whole chat. Well, I can't really look at the whole chat. Uh, Stick the opened vanilla bean in the tin with 2 pounds of sugar. Oh my God. Hey, I think I have some of that in the back of my cabinet. I have seen people make homemade vanilla with a stick of vanilla bean and vodka. That's what we were just talking about, Um, but in reality, it's kind of like making oil, infused oil. Okay. If you using herbs, you soak them in 90 proof drinkable alcohol and then you evaporate off the alcohol. But the stronger the alcohol, the better your vanilla. Why? Because you're not getting, because if you get regular vodka, it's like 40% water. You know what I mean? Or 60. I have some of that. And then you just use 1 or 2 tablespoons for a cake or pudding or whatever. Wow. I may have to try that. Yeah, tang and posted tea and sugar and spices. It's so good. Google it for various things. Okay. What about extract and re-dry the sugar and grind it? Why? Why? Why would you do that if you can just scrape the vanilla beans into the sugar and then stick a pot in and it be wonderful? I put spent vanilla pods from my vodka into the sugar once dried. I probably have about a cup of bits in my sugar. Sift it. Just use a little thing. Sift it. It's perfect vanilla flavor without the alcohol. Well, there you go. Well, I mean, why would you make the sugar? I'm not sure. I mean, why would you redo the sugar when all you have to do is add vanilla to the sugar? You don't have to dry it and grind it. I mean, it just seems like too many extra steps, or if I'm not seeing this correctly in my mind. Oh, if you don't have beans. Okay. Well, then what you can do is you take vanilla, and you would, what I would do is I would lay sugar out on some parchment paper, no thicker than like this thick, and put vanilla in a spray bottle and spray the sugar, but don't saturate it or the sugar will melt. And just let that dry and then spray it again and let that dry until you've achieved the flavor that you want. Now, no, I have never done that before, but it's something that just popped up into my head on how you could make vanilla sugar if you wanted to. Make sense? Thank you, Stephen. That's what I didn't understand that you were asking about the vanilla beans. Or talking about, hi, Leslie. VOA. What is VOA? Would caster sugar with vanilla bean work? As long as you're not introducing a liquid. But I would, I don't know. You're talking about icing sugar, right? Yes, darling, the electricity came back on in the middle of the night. Howie came in and woke me up, like, because he was sleeping on the couch, because it was warmer out there. And I'm like, turn the fire off. Like, let it go out. No, if we get a storm, we'll wake up in a block of ice. And it's like, fine. So the power came back on, and he come into the bedroom. He said, the power's back on. It's like, awesome. I don't know anything about vanilla bean and sugar. I eat little sugar, so it's all Chinese to me. Well, there you go. Hey, Allison. Now, this isn't Allison Frode, is it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about icing sugar. The only reason I know the spraying of it with vanilla, like just spraying it gently and then letting it air dry and then spraying it again would work, is because of the granulation size. As a matter of fact, you'd be better to do it with coarser sugar. But fine powdered sugar, I'm not too sure. If caster sugar is 10 times, then I'm not sure it would work. I thought caster was just fine grind. Well, that's basically icing sugar, right? Powdered sugar. Or maybe it's finer sugar. But if you can feel the granulation, like if you put icing sugar between your fingers, it's almost squeaky. It's a funny squeaky sound. It's almost squeaky, and it packs. You can pack it between your fingers. That is icing sugar. If you pick up caster sugar and it's not ground like regular sugar, but it's not as fine as icing sugar, but you can feel the grit, then if that is caster sugar, I'm sure you could do it, but I would be careful. Because the finer the grind, the faster the saturation point. Beautiful day here in Connecticut. My tree came out so beautiful. I'm shocked and impressed. Well, I'm really tickled with my tree because I haven't really looked at it all that much while it was sitting on the porch. And so every time I would talk about it, I'd say my four branch Christmas tree. And then when it came in the house, I'm looking at it going, wow, that's beautiful. And I love that tree. Like how he says, I give up trying to get big trees. Well, of course you give up. You know why he gave in to me? Because he comes in like the triumphant tree hunter and sticks it in the stand. And then if he has to, he helps put something on the top. But other than that, it's now my domain. I have to light it up. I have to decorate it. I have to clean it up. And then I have to undecorate it after the holidays. And the only time Howie undecorates a tree is if he wants it gone and we're going somewhere like Florida or I'm not feeling well and I'll wake up and all the ornaments, they won't be in the box. They'll be laid on my chair, all loose. And the tree will be out. You know what I mean? It's like, but he's only ever done that like 3 or 4 times, right? So if it's going to be truly my tree to decorate and my tree to undecorate, then it's going to be the size and shape and beauty of my ideas. And he likes it too. He does. It's not such a bad little tree. It just needs a little love. Exactly. Ooh. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. It's too high. How graceful are thy branches. I have to find room in my dry pantry today. I pulled my dried herbs from the farm's kitchen. I have a huge crate to put away, all in jars. Oh my God. Well, that's potential sales, right? That whole big thing of celery, parsley, I just cut the roots off and hung it up in the pantry. And whenever I need it, I go and I grab a handful and I go, that's it. Holy wisdom, the more decorations you put up, the more you got to take down. No shit, Sherlock. And so, but I got all excited because he brought all the ornaments up. So I wasn't sure I was going to be able to decorate the tree today, but this, by God, I'm going to have another tea. Okay, guys? But I'm not going to have a puka tea. Wait a second. We missed yesterday, didn't we? So today's tea was... Where's the blank spot? Number 12. And today's the 13th. Let's just double check and see what today's tea is. Wild apple and cinnamon. Wild apple and cinnamon. Shall we make another cup of tea? I got 3 trees. 1, 2, 3. And that's fine with me. I'm so glad I get to put up my new Christmas tree beautifully decorated away in the spare room for the first time ever. Well, that's what my mother-in-law said when she was staying here. I'll tell you in a bit. I'm going to go get a cup of tea. You guys just enjoy this. Enjoy the scene. Feel when snow appears. What's the matter, Grace? What are you barking at? What are you barking at? Hold on. Why are you barking? You want out? to lay it in the sun, don't ya? All right, all right. Be right there, folks. So we're making up for the loss of yesterday's live tea break. Kettle's on. Ow, my knee. Hey, Lori. When my mother-in-law, oh no, I gotta do this over. Okay. When my mother-in-law claimed most of the basement, let's put it nicely. I helped her decorate a tree down. Well, I helped her get her tree up downstairs, and she decorated it and everything. And then after Christmas, she said, I'm just going to leave it up there and throw a sheet over it. And I said, no, you're not. This is before the big fight, eh? And she said, why not? And I said, because the back bedroom, see, there's a bedroom, then there's a hallway with the kitchenette and bathroom, then there's the living room, and you walk through the living room to go to the back bedroom. And I offered the back bedroom to my mother-in-law so that when we had company, they wouldn't have to go through what she claimed as her space to go to bed. But she refused. I said, and so when she said, I'm just going to throw a sheet over it and leave it here. And I said, no, you're not. She said, why not? I said, because I get company, Mom. I don't want people walking through, like it's a full living room, right? You want to do that at your place, fine. Don't, not here, right? And the thing was, is she said, well, nobody uses it down there except Arthur and Mel and blah, blah, blah. And I said, nobody uses the downstairs because it's been claimed by you. All her furniture, all her stuff was down there except for that back bedroom. And when she left, she was putting stuff in it too. So, I mean, it's all right. I mean, we sorted it all out. But the truth is, you know, this studio is me reclaiming my space. Oh, kettle stopped. Oh, that ginseng's giving me some perk. We might get that tree decorated today after all. Tell you how mild out it is. Gracie's out laying in the sun. It's cool, chilly, but it's not icy cold. Okay, I'm making a cauliflower and green bean salad and smashed potatoes and pork medallions. What is a cauliflower and green bean salad? I'll make sure my camera's up the right way. Hey, Beth, how are you? What's going on? Jacqueline, what? Had nearly 2 inches of rain here last night and this morning. We lost our daughter in September, where we are doing a big Christmas in remembrance of her. It was her favorite time. Well, I'm really sorry that you lost your daughter, but I'm really happy that you're going to use Christmas to celebrate her life. That's so important. It is so important, and God bless you. And she'll be there in spirit. You know she will. What was a Martha Stewart? Okay, well then just walk on by, because guess what? I'm sorry. I don't like Martha Stewart. I never have. Hi, Bev. I hope you're having a great day. Hey, Chevy, how's it going, sweetheart? Had red brats and taters, sweet peas and carrots in a roux. I have no idea what I'm making for supper. I'm not, yeah, no, I've never been a fan of Martha Stewart. There's something about her that, well, let's just put it this way. You know, I see more than most people. Okay. Um, I think I agree, Avonlea, and I think it's a beautiful idea. You're the Barth. You're the Barth is steward. Barth is steward of the Great North Woods. No, I won't even be compared to her. I won't. Um, yeah, I mean, she's had some wonderful ideas, and there's no doubt she's worked very, very hard to get where she is, and she has. But make no mistake, she doesn't live a homestead, and like she's, oh, I have my own chickens and garden. Somebody else looks after all that shit for her. I lost my daughter. She was murdered, and my son got killed in a hunting accident. Jesus wept. Hey, Bridget. How are you, darling? I'm really sorry to hear that, Willow Garden. It's a very good idea, and I always change stuff. She is very uppity. It was a good idea. Well, there you go. When I follow a recipe, unless I say I'm following this recipe, I never follow a recipe. Even if it's given to me, it just gets. But when I start working on the next cookbook with all the recipes sent in the Christmas cards, I'm hoping to have that ready for next Christmas. I will try the recipes before I put them in the book. Well, most of them are in the book anyway, and I know they're tried and true from you guys, but I will follow those recipes to the letter if I can. She's from my part, has chickens and animals, which is a plus, and her recipes are good, but that's about it. It's we all I'm sorry, Willows. I'm really sorry to hear that. Have I decorated the tree yet? Hell no. Jessica, it's Jessica, right? Did I get it right? Is it Jessica? I'm pretty sure it's Jessica. I got it. Okay. Hey, Simply Jessica. No, I haven't put the tree up. The power came back on in the middle of the night. And all I've done so far today is make Howie's breakfast, Howie's lunch, get dressed, and put the dog out and feed and water the dog. I still have dishes to do. I have to, and there's this thing that happens when the cord comes in from the generator and we start plugging stuff in, it looks like an octopus on the floor, right? And Howie picked up all the cords, but my cord's sitting right here. My phone isn't plugged in because my block is missing. My cord is missing. I mean, I'm gonna have to go on a hunt just to make sure I have a charger in my office, a charger in my bedroom, and a charger by my chair. I'm starting pack. What do you mean I am having my 2-year-old grandson today. He'll be here by 8 a.m. What a blessing to have him. Absolutely. I have 5 pounds of ricotta and Jeanette dough that's been rising in the fridge for 2 days. I got to go bake. I love you guys. Seems like you're ready for your break in January. Oh, Renee, I haven't done anything for December yet. I haven't done any baking. I haven't done any major cleaning. All I've done is get my tree up. My trees up. But, and then we got sick, right? So have a nice day, Aldo. Take care, sweetheart. Mwah, good luck with your dough. That old news that came out when she went to prison. That old news that she went to prison for tax fraud or something, right? And starting to pack up the house, selling things. Oh, when are you moving, Steven? When are you, you're selling that house, right? When are you moving? And why don't you wait? Are you moving in January 1st? If not, wait. Wow, that ginseng's really good. If you're moving January 1st, I can understand it. Bless you too, Aldo. Mwah. when is your house being sold? Because Stephen, you push yourself way. Okay, so frick packing, Stephen. Come on. It's less than 2 weeks to Christmas. And you just said you got crates of herbs that you have to jar up. Don't worry about packing right now. Start packing when you undecorate your tree, because then you'll be in the packing mode already. Snoop has the best insider trading. I knew it was something like that. Snoop has the best weed. And speaking of which, still haven't fixed my broken fan. 4 floors of stuff. Sweetheart. It's Christmas, darling. You already have a shit ton of stuff to do. I know you have a winter market coming somewhere. So please, please, please wait until after the holidays. Give yourself some time to rest and then pack. We talked about this when you said, "Oh, I got 2 weeks off before I got to start the winter stuff." And you before you had to start juicing, and you wanted to start juicing after the 3rd day, remember? So, you got to look after yourself, Stephen. I can't come up to Wisconsin and do it for you, darling. Thank you. How did your other trees do? Which trees? You mean this one and the one down the basement? Exactly, Jacqueline. Exactly. How did my other trees do? And my brother phoned me and asked me, he said, "Is that tree in a pot?" I said, "No, it's in a bucket." And he said, "No, I mean, does it have roots?" I said, "No." Because he always buys a tree that is growing in a bucket. And then they plant it out in their backyard, but they're living in a rental house right now. So I don't know. And it's like, no, because that was its want. It wanted to be a cut down tree. It wanted to be a beautiful Christmas tree. It was. Did you not see it waving in the video? Pick me, mama! I want to be a beautiful Christmas tree. You know what I mean? I have to go, Bev. Just a short visit today. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. Mwah. Now let's try our wild apple and cinnamon tea. Oh. Oh my goodness. Now, you know what, guys? I have to decide whether or not I'm going to spend my Christmas money from my mother-in-law, because she sent me a present, and she sent us all presents, but mine and Howie's had cards on them. And when there's a card on them, it means there's money in it. So Nan sent us some money for Christmas, and I'm thinking I'm going to order Chinese food tonight. Okay, I don't want to spend it all on Chinese food, but I think I'm going to get Howie to just get himself a shawarma, because that's his favorite on his way home from work, because between my bum and the work I have to do, I don't have time to think about supper. Wait a minute, maybe I do. I could do a stir fry, but geez. Gotta go. Okay, G-Ma. Have a great day and take care, and look for the positives in your life. Absolutely. Mwah. So, apparently my Rumble account, oh yeah, I have to check something, because I uploaded a video and I don't know why it didn't come through. Let me just look for a second here. Isn't that weird? I thought I did it. I must not have uploaded it. My Rumble's taking off. I've had like 100 views on one of my videos. Spend your cash getting food. Yeah. I don't like giving money out. I get them a gift. That part of, well, no, I get gifts. Mom sends us gifts too. But she knows that it's been a really rough couple of years for us. Howie blew his shoulder, lost a week of work. Then he was laid off for almost 3 months. And then he had to get another job, which paid less and doesn't give him the same chances he needs to make more money. And then he had a heart attack. Okay? Within 2 months of starting that new job, he had a heart attack. Then last week or the 10 days ago, he got sick with a viral throat infection and he lost a week's work. I've lost work. So I understand, you know, mom sent us money and I'm pretty sure she's sending some money for me to order him work boots for Christmas. Wait a second. Okay. We have a little leftover soup. I'm going to add more broth and more. I don't want to, yeah, I'll think about it. I might. We'll see. We'll see. I get 2 gifts each month. That way it's easier on me. Prayers for who? What am I missing? Tina. What did I miss? Need good thoughts and prayers come my way. We were in an accident, totaled my car out, a drunk driver, not in the mood for Christmas. Okay, definitely. Now listen, before we do our closing prayer, which is going to have to come up shortly here, if you want to see me decorate the tree on our Halifax homestead, I got to get cleaning up. Heather, as far as I know, from Heather the Needy Homesteader, was going to court today, or was it yesterday? I'm not sure. And she had to testify against the man, the drunk driver, that caused their accident, killed her husband, and critically injured both her and her kids, her 2 youngest kids. Then I got a letter from Deb, one of the Debs, I'm not going to say the name, who said her son has melanoma, and then they found a tumor in his brain and he was going into surgery and he was having grand mal seizures. And I mean, there's a lot of, Autumn Gypsy herself is got to find a place to live. I mean, there's a lot of upheaval this year. And the whole point, okay, of us doing these daily live Advent streams, one of the points is that we can lift each other up. We cannot allow the crap that life throws at us or the powers that be throw at us destroy what is good and right and joyous in our lives. We have to fight for those things. Yeah, I know. Heather's a darling. Heather's a darling. I must get going here. I need to travel a distance just to go grocery shopping. I hear you. Briar wanted me to go shopping with him today, but I'm just not up to it. Tomorrow, probably, I'll take him shopping if I get my living room done first, which reminds me. Okay? Let's all close with a spiritual push. Everybody, tap into your faith, tap into your higher power, and let's link hearts and link hands and do a spiritual prayer or blessing that we may go forward in from here until we meet again. Okay? Holding up the torch of God's love. Always holding up the torch of God's love. Okay? Don't be angry. Don't be angry about what happened. She is... One of the things she said when she posted that she had to face this guy in court was that she also was praying for his recovery because the man was blind, drunk, 3 or 4 times the legal limit of alcohol in his system, right? And as she faces this man across a courtroom who killed her husband and critically injured her and her 2 youngest children, she's praying for his soul. She's praying for his recovery. That woman, Heather's, I'm not going to say a saint, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? She still can face her worst nightmare and still have enough God in her to pray for that man's recovery. Like, that's where we all want to be, right? Because being angry only inflames the situation. Remember, we can either be the fire that shoots off sparks and starts fires all over the place, or we can be the glowing light and love of symbol of God, so that we give off light and warmth, but we don't burn anything. You know what I mean? So, hi, Rhonda. How are you, darling? So, I'm going to ask you, please hit the thumbs up before you leave. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I don't normally say that, but I'm going to say it now, because even though you don't see the dislikes, they had taking the dislike number off has pissed off a lot of people. So I think that, there's, because, and it shows in the numbers that you guys can't see. So healing is a beautiful thing. Absolutely. Don't ever be in awe of Heather the Needy Homesteader. She is not, not in awe. We lead by example. She would rather, I can't put words in her mouth. I would, or God would rather you go forth forgiving and loving and helping, okay, than being in awe. In awe means you stand back and go, right? No, replicate. Don't be in awe, be in replication mode. We all need to go forward and forgive our enemies, because forgiveness does not enemies. Forgive those that have done us wrong. Why? Because if you hold on to the hurt or the anger or the resentment, it rots at you from the inside out. Forgiveness does not mean what they did was okay. Doesn't mean you're accepting what they did as okay. Forgiveness means you're not going to let it control or direct your life from that moment on. You're not going to let the bad thing that happened in the past control your future for one more second. That's what forgiveness is. It's for you. It's for you. You can say, I forgive you. And what you're doing is you're wrapping all that crap in love and light, and you're giving that back to God, and you're letting God deal and karma deal. You know what I mean? Absolutely. If anything else, Autumn, Heather the Needy Homesteader has become kinder and sweeter and softer. Sometimes brutality and hardship doesn't make us harder. It makes us softer. Why? Because if you throw a rock at something hard, it bounces off, or it might take a little chip, but it'll bounce off. You throw a rock at a pillow, and the pillow absorbs it and cushions it and then sets it down. What gets more injured? The rock, right? I have a 3 beer a day. Must I give that up? Malka, nobody can tell you that. Nobody can tell you if you have to give up your 3 beer a day. That's you. That's yours. Nobody is going to tell you how to live your life. You just have to come to a decision on whether you want to allow those 3 beer a day to control everything you do. I got to go out. I got to get back. I got to make sure I have cat food, or whatever the case may be. Or, you can get some help, give up those 3 beer. You're saving money, and you are more you. Okay? If you have to drink alcohol every day, even if it's only 1 beer, I'm not calling you an alcoholic. That's not my right. But what I am saying is that beer, that alcohol tethers you in place. You can't fly when you have an ankle bracelet on with a ball and chain. It's a ball and friggin' chain. So nobody's asking you to give up anything, sweetheart, but you have to want to do that. And no, you don't want to give it up for me, give it up for someone else, give it up for your cats, whatever. You've got to get to the point where you say, I have had enough, and release the ball and chain. And you're going to feel weird, and you're going to go through pain, and you're going to go through memories, because one of the reasons we drink is to take the edge off the squirrels in our head. Okay? You gotta let the squirrels do their thing, and then release the squirrels so that they never bother you again. It's going to be a painful process. Okay? Whoever said, honey, okay, sweetheart, I'm just, but you're only a slave, Malka, because you choose to be. Okay? Okay, that's wrong. God forgive me, that's wrong. I understand. I understand addiction. Okay? And I understand it's not always a choice. It's a disease. Okay? Addiction is a disease. It's a disease of the heart, the mind, and the spirit. All right? It's the disease that tells you you're never good enough. It's the disease that tells you, that replays all the old crap, that everything that you've ever done wrong in your life. All right? And when you give up the alcohol, those things don't go away. They go, wow, son of a bitch, this is really intense, because now you're remembering with clarity. Okay? Or now you're dealing with clarity. But once you start to deal, you start to feel again. So if you want to be a more functioning person in your own life and in your own recovery, deal and feel and move on. Okay, sweetie? I think I will put some efforts into making changes. One change at a time, baby. And only for one day. You only got to do it for one day. And then the next day you can wake up and you can decide then whether you want to do it that day again. One day at a time. All right? Now, it does begin with the first step, and it's hard for some to realize they have a problem even after 3 DUIs. Well, it came down to this for me. I actually controlled a lot of my drinking for many, many years. And then right before I got sober, I said, piss on it. And I said, you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. And I joined it. And I went in the last 6 months of my drinking to almost dying twice. Because there's difference between men and women about when it comes to things like addiction. Not really. And that's not what I meant. Men and women are inherently different in how we handle stuff. Women are extremely, I'm not saying men aren't strong, but in spirit and drive, women, we have babies. You know, we're babies. Okay. We have babies. We are mothers. All right. So when we give up everything that we have been holding back, everything we've been holding in place, everything we've had control over for years. And we just go, fuck it. And we go down so hard, so fast. I don't know about anybody else, but I was a binge drinker. And in those last 3 to 6 months, I almost died twice. Okay? So I'm just saying, we can hit, we maintain much, much better than most men, because we are the mothers, we are the homemakers, we are, right? But when we give up, boom, it's like a free fall. Okay, take it. You know what I mean? So please, 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 here's the thing. Even if you still have to drink your 3 beer a day or whatever, never give in. Never give up. Because each day that you struggle is a day towards the day when you say, I've had enough. And you can't do it for your cats, your home, your friends, your spouse, your kids, anybody. It's when I have enough. I want more out of life than what I'm tethered to. I want to live. And that's when the choice is made. Okay? It's that simple. Someday I'll tell you my story. I'll do it maybe on my, I'll do it someday. Rhonda. People think I'm nuts when I say I have no hate for the man who did it. Well, no, you did. Hey, Paula, hate is a waste of time. Now, remember what we talked about. All right, Gracie, give me a minute. Remember what we talked about, okay? A positive thought is a wonderful thing. A positive word has 10 times more power than the thought. Why? Because you've vocalized it and you've given it to the air, and it may be repeated and it may be spread just like a virus, but a good one. Okay? But a negative thought hurts you always. And if the negative thought comes out your mouth, it has 40 times more power than the positive words, because it's easier to jump on an adrenaline rush of rage than it is to say, okay, everybody calm down. Let's look at this from another step. But very few people ever actually want to resolve it, because that burst of rage feels so friggin' good, right? Rage can be an addiction. Negative emotion can be an addiction. Please beware. Okay? So, let's all take a nice deep breath. Excuse me. Please link with your higher power. Link with your faith. Let us drop the walls that religion slams between us. And let's come together in faith and link hearts and link hands across the world and spread some joy. Joy to the world. Shh. Sorry, that's for the National Lampoon fans. All right, so. Hey, God, creator of all. Oh, we are fast approaching that magical date. Even though it's not the actual date of Christ's birth, it's a good day to celebrate it. It's just the one we all agree on, right? And thank you for giving him to us, to teach us that love is the way. God, we're linking hearts and linking hands, and we're lifting each other up, and we're lifting up anybody who can hear us or are within range of our spiritual vibrations. Lift them up, Lord. Keep them high into the light and the sunshine until they can stand on their own. God, we send out prayers to Deb, whose son was having brain surgery for a tumor. We send out prayers for Joe and Scott as they heal. We send out prayers for Heather. And even though she doesn't need them, we lift her up in prayer because she's an example to us all, God, about love and forgiveness and what positivity can do to the world. So God, keep us safe. Fill us with the light of your love, and may we shine with it as we go forward into our days, into all our days. Because we know, God, shining your light pushes back at the darkness, because they don't want to come into the light. And shining with the light of your love, God, well, it's kind of magnetic, isn't it? People want to know why we're shining amidst all the darkness and chaos. And then we can share. We can share your light and love, God. So let's do that. Thank you, God, for bringing us together. Thank you for keeping Howie and I COVID free. Thank you, God, for everything. God, thank you for everything. For the love, the light, and the laughter, and the light, and the sunshine, and the love. May it cover us all and keep us from the darkness. Amen. Shalom. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Walk with the light of God. Okay? I've got to go clean up. And if we don't live stream the decorating of the tree today, it will be tonight or tomorrow. All right? But it will be on our half-acre homestead. I love you. Stay well. Stay safe. Stay positive, and shine. Because I feel it coming from you already. I always feel it coming from you. See, you help me to shine too. I love you guys. I just hope I can give a little bit back. All right? Have a great day. See you tomorrow or later. You know.